Here we look at personal selling for the promotion mix. Under it, we will look at its roles, advantages, advantages, and disadvantages. Personal selling is a person-to-person communication. So it's basically like face-to-face talking between seller and buyer. The seller will try to assist or persuade the buyers to buy the products, financial products or services. This is an important promotional tool in the financial services. Importance of personal selling. It is important due to the intangibility and instability of the financial services. The increasing complexity of the financial services makes it very hard for normal people to understand, for the common for non-financial savvy people to understand. Here, the personal selling is crucial to explain the services, features, and benefits to the customer, especially the complicated aspect of it. So, personal selling helps to clarify the doubts of the customers. It's most important when dealing with corporate customers. Take note, banks do have companies or corporates as their customers. So in this area, personal selling has become even more important. In fact, most important. They focus less on explaining customer explanation because the customer are professionals, working people. But the corporate customer has very complex, much more complex needs, requiring the banks to customize the services for them. So basically, for one good example is trade financing, back-to-back LC credit, red letter credit. All these things you have not heard before is in fact very complex financial trade services or products offered by the bank. So their needs is much more complex. And you identify and understand the corporate's specific needs. Services can be tailored to meet these needs. In fact, banks do tailor the services to meet individual corporate needs, especially the big corporates. Personal selling is extensively used for the corporate market because the number of buyers is small compared to the individual personal market or the mass market. Okay, like you and I, on the personal sector, the retail shop, well, more in terms of numbers compared to there's so much number of companies in Singapore. But the potential value per account is huge. So they can earn a lot from there. So personal selling is an important component of the distribution strategy in financial services. Next, we look at the advantages. It allows two-way communication. Immediate feedback allows tailoring of the message to the customer's needs. Customer can also ask questions. Sales staff can deal with his concern on the spot. Message and service provision is more flexible. Disadvantages? It requires a high degree of expertise from the management and staff when dealing with when it comes to personal selling. The sales staff has a direct contact with the customer. and requires interpersonal skills combined with in-depth knowledge of the financial products and services. For example, housing loan, right? To know housing loan can be a very complex product, right? I won't say it's extremely complex. It depends on situation. By itself, to common people, this is complex. Of course, there are much more complex financial products and services out there. But we look at housing loan, okay, it's long term, and there are many features and things points to take note. Okay, usually the person the sales staff will help you solve all this issue, right? Make it easy for you to understand and to basically he will handle all the administrative stuff and explaining to you all the things. Disadvantages is more expensive because it involves higher staff time and higher degree of expertise to handle complicated products. The more time spent on you, they will expect a higher form of because there's more hours spent on you. It'll be more cost. It bear more cost to the bank, and different staff deliver different messages to the customer because different staff with different level of experience, knowledge, and competency. Of course, the level of standard will be standard of service will be different.